Happy Friday, everyone. Hello. It is Friday once again, and that means it's time to rank some 8-bit Nintendo games here. Live on the internet, unless you're not watching it live, in which case, on the internet, somewhere where we are attempting, once again, to rank every single Nintendo Entertainment System game released in the United States. And so we have our list here, as you can as you can see. We have our list here. It is 178 games strong, and we're gonna try to add another 6 or 7 to it. Well, we'll try to add 8. I don't know. It seems like we always get to about 7 games per episode. Is usually how it ends up going, but you never know. Wide range of games on the list, but as I was looking over games, the remaining games, of which there are hundreds, I was like, oh man, there's a lot of these. There's a lot of baseball games. There's a lot of football games that we haven't touched. There's a lot of role-playing games and strategy games, and like there's a lot of everything left. Honestly, it's crazy how many games are left. It's and I maybe it would just make sense to do like a football episode or something to kind of get them all going all at once with a bunch of the rest of them. I don't know. I don't know if it's better to spread that stuff out, because I try to pick a nice spread across genres when I'm looking through your suggestions. And if you want to suggest a game, head on over to Patreon and back this project and get in to the nightmare itself at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is below. That's in the description of the thing, and it's in there somewhere. I don't know. But hop on over there, and you can find out how to join the Gerstmann Advisory Panel, and members of the panel get to suggest games. Yeah. And so we've taken some suggestions, but I try to go through that, and I try to keep them spread out a little bit so it's not too much of one thing. Also, there are some games, as some folks have suggested games multiple times and that we haven't gotten to yet. And I just want to say there are some that just need a little bit more research that I haven't been able to do in terms of just like, is it easy to emulate this? Is it easy to emulate Bayou Billy and get both the controls and the light gun going at the same time? I just need to fire that up and check before we get in here live and go like, oh, I can't even get this to work or whatever. So there's a few things like that where I just need to mess with it and make sure that it's gonna run right and gonna control as it is supposed to and all of that. But we will get to that. I see you. I see it all. But yeah, trying to spread it out a little bit. As always, I pick one. Though this one has been suggested a few times too. But sometimes I consider this to be a big game. This seems like a game that is a massive, massive is maybe overselling it a little bit. But I think of this as a big game. If you would ask me before we started any of this, hey, is this a top 25 8-bit Nintendo game? I would have said absolutely. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. But now, like, having been doing this this is now the 25th episode of this, I now know better than to make calls like that and go like, oh, I don't know, man. And so this one is, I don't know. I don't know if ever other people hold this game in high regard either. It seems that people do. I seem to remember it getting a whole lot of people talking about it, but hey, let's get in there and get it all set up here. Hello, what's going on? We want to turn that off. We want to turn this to this. We want to turn this to this. Whoops. Did I break it? I did not. Okay. Now we need to turn this to this. And we are ready for a game that I like to call Blaster Master, because that's the name of it. That's why. A simple game about a boy and his frog. And radioactivity. And a big hole in the ground. I like that he feels the need to put the suit on. He doesn't just like, oh, a vehicle, I should get in this and drive it. He's like, no, there's a cool suit in here for me to wear too. We can bend and shoot up here. We can get out, which is nuts. The look of this vehicle is so unbelievably sick. Like the way it moves and bounces up and down, and like this little the look of the vehicle is something that is so it's so good. While I can aim up, I cannot shoot diagonally, even if I shoot during the process of aiming up. Also, you cannot aim down. You can't crouch. But I guess I could jump out like that if I needed it to shoot low. But like his weapon is so bad when you're out here in the crazy wilds, I suppose, that it's almost not worth getting out of the vehicle. Never get out of your trench, as they say. Oh, I'm taking damage down here. There's a lot of slowdown down here too. Here's an annoying enemy placement. I mean, I guess I could just go, right? It's not going to shoot. Oh, no, it does occasionally shoot in ways that might hit me down there. I mean, the car can't go down a ladder, so we're going to have to get out. Which is so cool, man. Just like Speed Rumbler. Sometimes you're not in the car, and you're just a tiny little dude. And isn't that crazy? And you take fall damage, which is... oh, boy. And then we push down on the D-pad, and here we are in this top-down section. This game is crazy. Kind of have these infinite grenades here, as well as, you know, the gun. We can pause again here, but we picked up the gun and then got hit, which I think if you get hit, you lose gun. Whoops. that all that's in here? Is this just a little quick little spot? I guess so. Okay. You know, don't walk on the spikes. I think the drums in this sound really good. All right, now we're starting to power up this gun. We got a little H. Never know. Never know when you need a little H to get you through the day. You know what the sales pitch for this is, right? It's like, hey man, it's kind of like two games in one. Like there's probably some aspect of like, it's like Zelda with guns. Like there's probably some little bit there that comes through, but these parts, like they deliberately, like they do a thing where they make enemies flicker if they're down here, kind of below the where the camera can see up against this wall here. I guess this is just another little area, huh? Uh-oh. I don't think we're supposed to be down here yet. I don't remember. Like, there's a relative openness to this. Am I even going to be able to... Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've played this, I guess. All right, we don't need a flashing P because we already have our P is full. All right, now as we level up the gun, it starts to get weird. That's an annoying little quirk that when you pause the game, all of the blocks come back. I've never finished this game. I always thought this game was cool as heck, but I always hit a point with it where I was like, I don't Like, I don't know what to do next. Like, you know, like it feels like it's easy to get lost in the game, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure now with the magic of looking at a map or something, you know, that would be less of a problem. That might be a fun thing to do someday, to actually see this game through. I have seen the ending of this game, but I did it again. I paused the game, and now here we are. All the stuff filled in. All my apes gone. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which ones did I get and which ones didn't I get. I need to get all the power-ups. I need more gun juice. Is this just another little quickie area with no, not like a full dungeon, just a, oh. All right, I guess we'll swim back to the car. And we'll try going this way. Oh. Ah. Okay, let's try and get out of the water here and figure out. But yeah, it's definitely a game that would benefit from a map, right? I mean, plenty of games would. Oh. Oh, shit. Sometimes you get rolling. Whoa, jerk. All right, we have found the edge of that area there, or the... I feel like we're quite a bit off course. I don't remember the early parts of this game being quite so exploratory. All right, here we go. There's also weird stuff with, like, he holds the gun on his right, and so it doesn't come out of the center of him, and so sometimes lining up shots is a little weird. It's like, it's finicky in just a small handful of ways. right, okay. All right, that's something. Okay, sure. Floating, flying head dude. Max Warhead, that's what they call me. I think I might need a high, like, I think when you have the highest level gun, you can shoot through these. I think that might be what it is. I forget. Here we go. Screen blackout. That's how you know the boss is crazy. We couldn't even draw the background to show you this brain. Suck it, brain. Now we've got hyper. I forget what hyper is. It's just a better shot. Similarly, the gun is not in the center of your vehicle, so when I'm facing this way, it shoots and hits that, and when I'm facing this way, it doesn't. You know, just some considerations you have to be ready to make. I don't really know. Yeah, okay. I don't. Now I don't know where to go. I like that it's pretty generous with doling out that P. You really get as much P as you need. Which, you know, if you're sloppy, is no small amount of P. Oh, here we go. I lost a bunch of gun. We don't want to lose gun. Ah, oh, okay, that one was gonna go that way. Okay. Oh, my glorious gun. Ah, blinking gun. Blinking gun is worth like 4 gun. Now it's guns up. I guess not a lot to do here other than just kill all these dudes, huh? Is this something I pick here, or is this... No, I guess that's only when you're in the vehicle, right? Okay, there we go. It's down and fire to do that. I'm like, how do I shoot? How do I shot missiles? So this is this spot again. Okay, so why don't we try going back this way? Oh, look at this. All right, let's go. See, look at how fucked up this is. Guys that are too small for you to get with your default shot. That's just... That ain't cool. Like, I don't want to jump out and shoot those guys on foot. I don't want to... I feel like this area is just like immediately less distinctive than the first area, you know? Oh, look at that missile just going back and forth. That's stupid. Will he run off the edge? He will. Okay. I'm guessing I'll take damage if I go in the water there. Oh, you jerks. Let's try going this way. Okay, we got an area there we can go through. Here's an area where we can go back to the left. There's a ladder up there. Okay, let's go there. There we go. Now we're fucking gunning. Yes. Look at this stupid gun. This gun goes through walls. It just doesn't give a fuck. Crack this drink open. Yeah, your gun in this game gets fucking unbelievable. All right, let's try going this way. Oh, here's another. Let's try going over here. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's go over here. Little slow down here and there for sure. But yeah, with the you know, abundance of enemies, and you know, I'm sure this will change at some point. You'll kind of get swarmed or whatever, but generally speaking, as long as you're not playing like a total idiot, you can kind of just fucking take hits, and there's enough P that you're gonna get it back. At least, you know, on foot, obviously you run the risk of losing gun, and we don't want to lose gun. Die, weird creep. Alright, don't step on the spikes. All those guys just fly away? Okay, alright. Well. Okay. Let's just take the easy, long way here. Okay, now we'll try going this way. Full gun, full gun. Maximum gun. I'm getting gun even though I got full gun. That's how much gun. Look at this thing. This looks ugly. This screen right here, this screen of this video game. Like when they slow down and you see what the shots actually look like, and they just look like these crappy little non-animated little multicolored particles, and the lack of a background, and then this disgusting creep. This is not a good looking this is not a good looking screenshot. If you ever take it around, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? I could get close with grenades and probably do a lot more damage, but you know what? This feels like a pretty safe thing so far, and this fucker's dead. Crush them, you say. Hyper and Crusher. I think this means if I land on them, they take damage now? Is that... Oh, look at that. Look at how fucking high-powered these shots are now. I assume that's what the Crusher does, right? Or is it just now my shots are even more powerful? You know what? This game feels good. This game, you know, like there's little bits and pieces about the movement of the vehicle and the inertia on the vehicle that can occasionally be like slightly frustrating. And it does have quite a bit of slowdown. You know, like there's aspects of this that you go like, this, like it's a little rough around the edges, you know. But look at how good this fucking car with a gun on it looks. All right, well, we beat the boss. I guess now I need to find like another gate that I can probably now open now that my shots look like this. Is that the... We went through there. There was a doorway through to the left that was down a little lower. Maybe that's where we're headed. Let's try and get there. Stay full of pee. There it is. And it looks like it's got some kind of gate in front of it, which maybe is... Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, this is just the first screen in this area, right? This is... So I guess my question is, and you know, just in the interest of time here, in the interest of science, if anyone knows, do I go back the way I came to go to the next area? Like, is this a pocket area that I have to go back to a central hub and then find level 3? Or is there an exit from this level that goes to level 3? That's where we came in, right? I assume... Yeah. Like, do we just come in here, get the better gun, and then leave? Seeing a pretty confident looking no in the chat, so Anyway, we're just about done with this either way. We're, you know, in the interest of science. We've got other games on our list, but this is, I'm going to say, like, you know, this game feels great still. Here we go. There you go. I gotta say, I'm like, this is great music. This game has great music. But I gotta say, I didn't especially like the like tile set of Area 2 or Area 3 here either. Okay, so we got, oh, okay. That's the only way we can go. When I get something that can use all this H we're picking up, you're gonna see some shit, man. All right, well, I guess we don't go this way. An even angrier little bug comes out of those things. Fuck that. Jump forever, stupid dick. Showed him. This guy's just like, you want to see some balls? And then he runs away. Okay, we'll keep moving. Yeah, I don't, you know, it's what do we got? Well, looks like we got, I mean, I know one of these things is hover, but I don't remember what the rest of the abilities in this game are. I couldn't tell you if I've been this far in this game before, honestly. Like, I must have been, but I don't think I ever finished this game. I don't think I ever finished it, but this is, yeah, like, it's got such a great look to it. Even if I don't love the, you know, the backgrounds in this kind of second and third area here as much as the first area, which I think looks great, especially as the idea of, like, you went into this hole and now you're underground and oh my gosh, there's a car here. What the, and your frog is missing, and, you know, like the tale of this game. I think that first area just fits that vibe really well. Feels like there's a little less P in this stage. There we go. So look at that. It just shoots through walls. It's like, who cares? Full gun is such a great place to be. Such a feeling of this is the ultimate power fantasy. You went underground and found a sick car, and also look at this gun. Max Thunder. It's weird, you know, because, like, by comparison, like, you power up so much on foot that, like, the car feels a little static by comparison. A little like, oh, yeah, I don't know, you shoot better. But I can't remember what the rest of the power-ups are. Okay, so there's some blocks that you could probably shoot through if we could get up there. But we can't get up there. We need a way to get up there. This is... Why am I doing this? Ah. Okay. Balls! Everywhere balls! Oh, man. Look at that. Look at how little P we've got now. We need all the P we can get. Park back, you know, pull in backwards to park in case you gotta make a hasty escape. We don't need this P, we need vehicle P. Taste the rainbow, motherfuckers. What is this? Like it's almost like a little stair. Okay, no, it's not a little staircase. It's just... just decimate every block on screen. Feels good though. Feels great. Here we go. It's an evil box. Oh. Took some hits there. Right in the gun. So what is that? Okay, is that just a... Yeah, that's just a double tap on the jump button here. And now we can hover, baby. Now we need all that H. Ah! Those balls get you pretty good. Oh, we're going back. Ah, Jesus! Get off me, man! Get the P. Stop playing around. I don't know where this spit me out. Oh, here. Huh. But I can't hover up there. It's too narrow of a gap. But I assume we need to get something else. But I bet now that we have hover, there's probably like a reason to go back, right? There's probably like a reason to go back to the first stage and get something. we're not. I'm not gonna. Okay. Yeah, I bet that's kind of where. I bet this is not too far off from where I would have stopped playing this game as well, because the idea of backtracking. Wait, we already went in here. This is not the spot. Do I go further down? Anyway. Blaster Master. Still got 4 more items to collect, it looks like. But yeah. Huh. The thing I'll say about Blaster Master is that whole thing felt a lot easier than I remember it. You know, I remember that game being not mega difficult, but like a game that you kind of had to be a little more careful with than I was there. But it's definitely like, you know, it's always been the case that when you get your gun up, you really want to keep it there because it's so fucking powerful. So powerful. So it's almost like a Gradius situation where, you know, if you get knocked all the way down to gun 0, and you got to climb your way all the way back up to get more gun, and there isn't always ways to get more gun because you know, the enemies are not as plentiful as you might like in those top down sections, and that's really the only spot where you can get gun. But yeah, I remember that game just being like relatively legendary. I didn't own it as a kid. I rented it a bunch of times, and I don't think I ever finished it. Like, I don't remember Area 3 there at all. Like that kind of like techno-y kind of, you know, installation kind of tile set or whatever. Like, I don't remember that, but I remember when they finally announced, like all those years later, when they said we're gonna make another Blaster Master. Like, came out on like the PlayStation 1, right? And then, you know, there have been a few since then, thinking like, oh my God, finally. Because it was always such a cool idea that you could get out of the car and that you could go into these other areas and all of that stuff. You know, it was such a rad idea. But I don't know that any of those games that came after it really... you know, there were some handheld ones that came like relatively recently in the grand scheme of things that actually are pretty great. But they didn't draw me in the way this game did when it was new. I don't know. They just never. They never grabbed me. I messed with them and said, "Oh, cool, it's like Blaster Master," and then kind of just never got into any of those newer ones. I should fire up a 3DS around here and check some of that stuff out. But yeah, Blaster Master is it's really top notch. Just in terms of the I think the animation of the vehicle is so great. I think the concept of the vehicle and then it upgrading and getting hover and stuff like it's not quite a full on. I mean, it's a search action game, right? I mean, you're getting upgrades that allow you access to areas that you couldn't get to before. I don't know that people think about it that way. I don't know that people think about Blaster Master anymore as much as they should, or as much as they used to. I know I certainly don't, but for a game that felt like it cast a very long shadow on the NES of just like Blaster Master is a massive, like, what a huge fucking game. Like, I feel like decades later, it isn't always a game that comes up. And maybe it should. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little more straightforward than some of those games, but yeah, there's some of those sequels and stuff. I never checked out the sequels like for any length of time. And maybe I should. Maybe I should. All right. Now we need to put this on a list. Blaster Master, huh? Is it better than Skater Die 2, The Search for Double Trouble? I suppose it is. It's better than Defenders of Dynatron City, which we played last week. And speaking of casting a long shadow, that game is fucking terrible. It's a miserable video game. It's better than Lunar Pool. It's better than RC Pro Am 2. It's better than Monster Party. It's better than Gradius. It's better than Super Spy Hunter. It's better than Kung Fu. It's better than Castlevania. Huh. Really? Fucking Blaster Master. I'm surprised that game holds up as well as it does. I expected to go into this and play some Blaster Master and be like disappointed and be like, oh man, like maybe that game is just a cool idea and that's kind of where it stops. But it's pretty great. It's pretty great. It's better than Little Samson. It's better than Super Dodgeball. Man, wow. It's better than Gunsmoke. At no point in Blaster Master does it say, ouch, what do you do? I feel like there's like a kinship, there's a similarity here in some ways. Like different ways to skin the cat on a search action game. Goonies 2 and Blaster Master are kind of in a similar vein there. Huh. Fuck, man. Wow. This is a really hard one. Is Blaster Master better than The Goonies 2? The sequel to The Goonies. A true cross-media giant, the Goonies franchise, where they made one film and then made the sequel to it in game form only. Just continue the story at home. What a great... so it says Goonies is a little too cryptic. I would say that like Blaster Master ends up being... Blaster Master is a game that would really benefit from a map. Goonies has a map in it. It's not the best map for that style of game, but if Blaster Master had a map, I think that would really go a long way. There's like a few tweaks you could make to Blaster Master. You could say the same thing about Goonies. If you make it a few tweaks to it, you could make it a better game. But This one's hard because in my heart, Goonies 2 is the higher ranked game. But when the science speaks, we listen. You know? And thus, Blaster Master is our new number 7. Right in there between Goonies 2 and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Congratulations to Blaster Master. I did not go into today thinking that Blaster Master would actually end up a top 10 game. That always seemed like it was a top 10 game in our heads, but when you play it, you're like, we were kids. But wow, Blaster Master. All right, let's move on to the next game. Faith suggests this one. This is a game that I think can only disappoint. Can only disappoint. It's Bomberman. And you think, oh, hell yeah, Bomberman. But this ain't the Bomberman. This is not. This is NES Bomberman. This ain't TurboGrafx. This ain't Bomberman 93. This is a great explosion sound effect. Ah! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess there's no need to blow up all the blocks because at the end of the day, there's like only one power-up per level. Single-player Bomberman. Bomberman story mode. Not... Oh, man. Those fuckers turn around a lot faster than I thought they did. That is a great explosion noise. Okay, now we need to find the way out, and ideally find a power-up along the way. If I'm correct, but the timer is still ticking, so these early days of Bomberman, yes, these early days of Eric and the Floaters. Okay, there's our door out. There we go. I wonder if that's the "your time is running out" tune, or "you picked up the power-up" no tune. This is, to me, it was always amazing. Having played this game when it came out, you know, before ever seeing a TurboGrafx or before even thinking about the idea of a multiplayer Bomberman. The idea that something so, like, iconic and beloved came from this is pretty nuts. Because this sucks. I've even, you know, I think this style of like single player Bomberman has even been done better on the Turbo graphics, you know? Okay. There we go. Okay, let's go. It's a good song. It always was. This little Bomberman, like that's always been great. I think, you know, I don't know if this one does it or not, but in some of them, if you bomb the door, it makes a bunch of new enemies appear. Die, fuckers. Thank you. All right, well, now we need to see if we can find this power up. Okay. There we go. It's a really great explosion noise. I think that's the only, like, nice thing I have to say about this game. Otherwise, it's such a... It's so not what you want, man. At least being able to, like, set the bombs off when you want, like, makes a lot of this game less laborious. But it also leaves you open to making more mistakes. I can say with some confidence this is the most I've ever played of this game. Okay. All right. Ugh. Balloon Man. Sure. I didn't know the game had a bonus stage. That's if that tells you anything about how much or how little I've played of this game. But I did encounter this a few times before seeing, because I mean this was Bomberman, and then the TurboGrafx came out and suddenly there were more Bomberman games, and you're like, oh, Bomberman, oh, yeesh. Yeah, I don't know about that. And then you're like, oh, wait. This is maybe the best multiplayer game ever created. Okay. Oh, yeah, it finally happened. That's how it happens, right? You eventually get so impatient with this sluggish-ass fucking game that you die once, and then you don't have any of your power-ups, and then you're like, alright. And now we don't have the ability to... Well, we still have... What do we have? We still have the bombs. Basically, we just lose the timer, the detonator. Which is like you even keep the skates. You even keep your additional speed. You literally, that's the one thing you lose is the thing that makes the game tolerable. It's so terrible. What a miserable video game this is, man. Ugh. Fuck this, man. I wonder if the background color or anything ever changes in this game. I doubt we'll find out today. There we go. Unless it's right here. Yo, I ain't gonna do this no more. That guy goes through walls. It's fucked up. I do like how shocked they are when you blow them up. Like, how could you do this to me? Don't you know who I am? I'm a weird blob guy what can go through walls. You know, it's obviously been done better elsewhere. I will say that, like, you do kind of have to give it to this game for just the core idea of chaining the bombs together and how fucking cool that is. It's a shame that this game is bad. Because that's a fun idea. Those fuckers will chase you, man. Gotta watch out for them. But also, yeah, once you lose the detonator thing, like, I just, my will to played this game by timing the explosives after multiple stages of being able to have my way with these fuckers is drained. Killed me. I'm mostly just curious to see what the continue situation is. Oh no! Game over. The PCPJ. I like that it doesn't, like, there's no indication of what that even is. Like, obviously it's a password, but it's just game over, and then here's a mess of shit at the bottom of the screen. Enter secret code. Also, games that don't pre-enter your last password. Yeah. It's a big old, long old password. Bomberman. More like Bummerman. Gonna take that all the way to the top, baby. All the way to Game Pro magazine. Major bummer, dude. Fucking Bomberman. You know, I'm trying to like, I'm like the hard thing here is to separate what Bomberman would become from this, right? Because in the context of that, this is truly dreadful. This is just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, check it out. We put the bad part of Bomberman into a video game and didn't include the part that you actually want to do. And you're like, oh, good. Like the games that are right around the corner from this one are some of the greatest multiplayer games ever made. But this sucks, dude. This sucks. It's worse than Mario Brothers. It's worse than Akari Warriors. It's worse than baseball. Is it worse than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus? Or is it better than Dino Wars Destruction of Spondylus? It's worse. It's worse than Spelunker. It's worse than Mule. We're getting into the zone here for it, though. Let's ask, though, is it better or worse than Krusty's Funhouse? Yeah, maybe that range is too high for it. Maybe it is down here more. It's better than the Three Stooges. It's worse than Marble Madness. It's worse than Dick Tracy. It's worse than 1942. It's worse than Fester's Quest. Okay, so that's we're ranging it in. It's worse than Yoshi. It's not broken the way RoboCop is broken, but it's worse than RoboCop. Is it better or worse than the Three Stooges? It's better than the Three Stooges. Is it better than Werewolf the Last Warrior? Really good explosion noise. Really good explosion noise. It's better than that. Let's think about it a little more. Is it better than RoboCop? That RoboCop game has some things going for it. It's just fucked up in too many ways. Bomberman is better than RoboCop. Is Bomberman better than Yoshi? A pretty bad puzzle game. It's better than Yoshi, but it's no Fester's Quest. Which that's another surprising thing going through this list here is my memory of Fester's Quest is that it is abysmal. It is one of the worst games, blah, 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 like all that sort of stuff. But in revisiting it all these years later, it's, you know, it's a game with problems. It's not so great, but it's not super Pitfall bad. That's for sure. Bomberman, our new number 144. Oh, what could have come, what it could have been, but maybe not. I mean, you know, at that point, you know, did the 4-player controllers even exist? The adapters for the NES, or, you know, like 2-player Bomberman is okay, but it's no 5-player Bomberman. That's for dang sure. Tim suggests the next game, and you know, some of these games might take a long time. Some of these games might be you know, role-playing games that I'm just not, you know, that but I don't remember what type of game this is. But this one, again, comes from Tim. And it is called Star Trek 25th Anniversary. I didn't know that this was Ultra. I didn't know that this was a Konami joint. Artistic copyright. This is just the demo here. Let's play it. Let's play the game. Space, the final frontier. It's a 5-year mission. Explore strange new worlds. So you got new life and new civilizations to boldly go where no one has gone before. What is this fucking tiki bar? Oh, God. It's like this music is all fucked up. Scott LaRocca. Why are all the noises in this as bad as they are? Listen to this. Even that's a... All right. Captain's log, stardate 2831.3. While investigating the strange gravitational disturbances in the Sigma Iota system, the Enterprise was caught in a dimensional gate, unable to break free from its intense gravitational field. We were transported far away into the uncharted reaches of space. Now we must find our way back home, wherever that may be. All right, got a damage report here. The mains are shut down. What? Plug it back in, man. Oh man, all our dilithium got fused. A classic Star Trek video game objective. Get dilithium crystals. That's me, I'm Captain Based. We're in luck. We've got to find those crystals before it's too late. Look at these fucking guys. Oh. Longest elevator ride of my life. Under a very unusual structure. Manually constructed. Some aliens made it. All right, energy pyramid. I like that they're all smiling. Big smiles on their faces to beam down. This fucking guy. I admire their dedication to like all of these cinematic shots, right? I mean, it's a weird... There's almost a weird level of dedication to recreating these shots. Dude, that takes so long. Like the pause menu. Alright, should we go to the human settlement or should we, we only got 2 hours, man. We gotta go. North and south are interesting concepts on a alien planet, you know? Full. Hey, man. Hey, you should get up. Nothing out of the ordinary here. All right, cool. It is not always easy to know what you can walk over and what you can't. I'm trying to, like, hit button. Like, okay. Oh. Bones, how is it going? Whatever. Ah, specialist officer assigned by the chief of department. Spock and history. Yes, yes, this is... Oh my god. Okay, we'll try going south. Maybe the human settlement has an idea on how to beat the worms. Beware of the swamp beast. The medicine man can prepare you for safe passage through the forest. Okay. A lot of cats, huh? Deadly spirits guard the temple. Yeah, this guy's just moshing. Fuck yeah, let's mosh with this dude. This guy's fucking going for it. This is this is interesting, right? I mean, it's a more dense game than a lot of other games on the platform for sure. Hey, are you the medicine man? Welcome to the village of the cat people. Yeah. The druid was killed by a beast from the swamp 3 suns ago. The Eye of Kakos was lost with him. That's bad. Okay. Can you give us something for the worms? It's a pill that gives worms to Starfleet officers. The music is really terrible. And like the layout of these areas are awful. And this little shitty buzz noise, like there's a... I can make a repellent to the bloodworms if you bring back a shooting flower from the plains to the north. All right. How about I just hold you at gunpoint and you make one for me right now? Maybe I need to be set to stun here. Dude, this music is so bad. Like the movement feel that. I'm in disbelief about aspects of this game, you know? Like in some ways it's, like I said, it's kind of ambitious for a platform in some ways. So I think there are proper RPGs on the platform that probably do a lot more. All right, we got to smoke these plants so we can be immune to the worms. Is this the fire? Gotta hotbox this fucking tent. You got anything else to say? No. All right. Best part of the game is this guy. This fucking moshing dude out here. Just skanking back and forth. I guess now we're supposed to find the guy, right? Because the guy has the Eye of Kakos. And without the Eye of Kakos, we can't get into the temple. Fuck these worms. Got hit by something. Not sure what. Oh, look at that. It's like a Man, the music is so fucking miserable. And the okay. Well, we can't set course for anything because we need more dilithium crystals. All right, back to the teleporter. I mean, I guess we gotta... try this one more time. It takes so long. I just want to a lot of the audio is just really ratty. You know, it just sounds fucked. And it's interesting, like you look at what they went for, well, the things they tried to accomplish with this in terms of like, hey, we really wanted to try to capture the feel of the television show or whatever it was, whatever their goals were here. Like they have all those weird extra scenes and that didn't need to be there, and but it's kind of cool in a way that like they're trying to achieve that is kind of wild. I just don't think they do it especially well. But it's, there's an ambition here for sure. There's just a lot of the execution is bad. The menus and stuff, and I'm sure some of it is just like, hey, hey, sometimes this shit is hard. But like stuff like the menus take forever to pop up. Like interacting with things is awkward because it makes that buzzer noise whenever you push the A button. Even if you're up against something that you think you should be able to interact with, and even things you can literally interact with. Drums go hard. Will it be all right? Another case of like you don't move well enough to line up your shots and the shots come out at awkward angles or awkward heights compared to the enemies. And so even when it seems like you're lined up for them to hit you, but you can't readily hit them, like that stuff is the pits, man. When games do that, it is maybe one of my least favorite things. When they're like, hey man, look, it's like the bullet comes out of his left hand. It's like real. In some of these top-down games. Some versions of Berserk do that in ways that are really frustrating. See, fuck this, dude. I'm not gonna do this again. Like, I'm not going to go back up to the ship and then go through this painfully long sequence of making my way back to the teleporter, beaming down to the thing, and then like the shooting, it just needs to, like, a lot of this stuff just needs to be better, right? I mean, and it's cool that they're trying so much, but dude. It's a shame, really. I mean, the Star Trek games, a lot of them, I feel like, suffer from, like, just being close to being something and not quite getting there. Because Star Trek is weird. Like, Star Wars is a genre, is a universe full of fighter jets. Single person crafts that shoot each other and dogfight in ways that you go, oh, okay. Star Trek doesn't fit so nicely into, like, those sorts of tropes. And so Star Trek is best served as, I think, an adventure game. And so that's what this is, right? Is it, it is that kind of adventure thing, and that's cool. Like, that's the right answer, right? If you're like, fuck, we gotta make a Star Trek game? What do we need to do? If we're doing shooting, then it's like, I mean, the Enterprise is like a fucking frigate, whatever, like massive fucking boat in space. It's not meant to be this agile, nimble, like ship-to-ship combat in Star Trek is kind of cool, but it's kind of cool in the way that like big weird naval combat games can be cool. And that's just a fundamentally different thing than dogfighting and very action-focused combat. On the ground, obviously, they get guns. They have phasers. They can shoot. But that's not the main... It's not why you come to Star Trek. You come to Star Trek for diplomacy. You come to Star Trek for storytelling, and how, because it's a television show, it is a slightly different, it is a different story every week. Can I steal one of these? Is there like a... Oh. This would appear to be the abode of the creature. Oh, okay. There. Is that the eye? Oh, we can just walk through this stuff. Because that's not... Alright, sure. Like, it would be faster to just get hurt and go back to the ship, right? At this point. Oh, right, I can just beam up. Yeah, it'd probably be faster to beam up and beam back down. And so, like, there was that game for DOS. There was that Star Trek original series adventure game that came out, like, kind of, it must have been early 90s or something like that, because it was before Windows 95. Let's get out here one more time. And that game's not entirely dissimilar to this, really. But it is a bit more of an adventure game, I suppose. And I think those are the best Star Trek games. And yeah, there's stuff like Elite Forces, which is just a first-person shooter set in the universe, and like, they find ways to make that work, and that's a case where they just said, fuck it, we know how to make first-person shooters, and we have this license, and we're going to find ways to fit them together. Like, it's not That game is good. I don't think it's a great Star Trek game in terms of being representative of the Star Trek experience, right? There's that next generation game for 16-bit consoles, and I think that maybe came out for PC also. And that's not terrible. Best Star Trek game is the Star Trek The Next Generation pinball machine. All right, let's just keep heading north and see if we find this pyramid, and then we'll move on pretty soon here because I can't handle any more of this music. Oh, okay. Apparently, it's still bad if I walk into the worms. Alien metal. I key. I don't like that I can't... Okay, I can examine that. These symbols appear to be some kind of code. Okay, we got fire extinguisher, dragon, carrot. Alright, there's a lot of these, huh? Stop! Stop it! I'm kind of shocked at how terrible the music is throughout this game. Bob, 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 bob. That's Star Trek 25th anniversary. You know, you need to go read the codes on those walls and figure it out, I'm sure. But I'm not going to do that. Not right now, anyway. This is intriguing. It's also, like, kind of poorly made in a handful of ways, you know? That's, it's frustrating, because, like, there's something to this. But that's, I guess, like, that's how I feel about a lot of Star Trek games. Is you go like, oh, you've got something here, but it's not executed well enough. And you know, like they're really stretching the platform, I think, in some ways, but not. I mean, not all that much. I think we can find NES games that are, you know, a little bit role playing, a little bit action, a little bit adventure. But this doesn't do any of the action well. Like, the movement feels terrible. The shooting is difficult to line up. You end up not merely being able to dodge those enemies all that well. So it's like, if you're not lined up for your shot and the stupid cat is running at you, and you know, there's just bad situations that you run into there. And it would be better without that type of action. Like, if it just didn't have, like, lining up shooting and taking shots and stuff, if it was just more focused on the adventure aspect of it, I think that'd be a better game. But also, that would in some ways be even weirder on this platform, but I don't know. Like there's something neat about it, but like the music I think is straight up bad. There's visual stuff that I think is interesting. Like I said, they're trying to recreate shots of, hey, he's moving the thing for the teleporter, but it slows down the pace of it so much. It just drags. Like the whole thing just drags. And so getting even the simplest thing done in that game becomes a pain in the ass. I would be interested to see where that game goes, you know, because eventually you get those crystals, I'm sure, and there's all those other planets. So I'm sure you get to move around and do a little bit of everything, because that seems like what that game is them trying to do a little bit of everything. And then, like, you know, they sat down at the beginning of this project and said, what matters about Star Trek? And they're like, the bridge of the Enterprise. And they're like, we need to recreate that whole bridge. And you could turn and look and do it. And they did. And that's neat. But it, yeah, you know, it's too funky. It's too rough around too many of its edges to really succeed. And so it ends up being this, like, I guess we would call it ambitious, because they did try to take on a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't feel like they nailed any aspects of it at all. So where does that put it? It's worse than Maniac Mansion. That's definitely true. You know, it's no Gyromite, it's no baseball, it's no Pictionary. Certainly no Dino Wars Destruction of Spongulus. It's no Pinbot. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero is a better thing. But I would take, well, we're getting into weird territory here. It's better than Tiger Heli. It's not as good as Mule. It's better than Galaxy 5000 racing in the 51st century. But it's not as good as Base Wars. All right. And so Star Trek 25th Anniversary is our new number 122. There you have it. There you have it. Thanks to Tim for suggesting that one. This is another game that I feel like got talked up quite a bit. When people think about it very fondly these days, and I don't know where this will go. Yeah, I mean, we got to reset it so we can hear that again. Double Dribble. Blaine suggests Double Dribble, arcade basketball game that was ported to the NES. There's a riot at the stadium, apparently. This is a lot for before the game starts. Oh, right. This menu is so good, too. Because anytime you make a change to it, except for the part where when you want to change things quickly, you have to wait for him to shoot every shot before it wraps back around again. Goal in. A very common basketball phrase. Behind the back. Oh, I walked out of bounds. Some kind of sound effect saying, hey man, you stole the ball would be nice. Boom. Had to at least try. Yeah, get all these slam dunk achievements. You know, it's very straightforward. You gotta remember that this game was originally an arcade game, and this is actually like a decent port of that arcade game for whatever that's worth. Oh! Everyone knows every period in your basketball game starts with a jump ball, of course. Like, defense is weird, you know, because like you can change players. There we go. Gotta miss that one on purpose so you can get the board. I like the flickery, like, the dunks look so dumb. But also, like, they look awesome. Like, there's so few frames of animation, and it's this flickery slideshow. But also, it's so rad, man. I feel like getting in someone's face and jumping up like does nothing to, like, whether it's blocking shots or trying to make them miss. Halftime show. Just a little Konami music for you at the half. Frog. Always jump early. Okay. Yep. Feels good. Feels good fucking these guys up like this. Oh. Okay. The amount of air control you have is real weird. You know, it's a very basic game. But I again kind of go back to, like, I think there are a lot of, you know, this was copyrighted 87, and obviously this is, you know, years later, 5 or 7 years more, but than like basketball on the Atari 2600 and some of the home basketball games we had at our disposal prior to stuff like this. Like, by those standards, it's incredible. Like, like these early sports games are amazing. But like, this game moves well. Like I said, it could use some things like, oops, damn it. A better indication of like when, possession has changed. Instead, you just kind of have to listen for the cadence of the dribble. I'll just let that one go. All right. Look at that. Two-hand jam. Double Dribble is it is a weird name for the game when you think about it, like named after like an arbitrary penalty in the game. They were gonna call it charging. They were going to call it backcourt violation, but there was an adult film that was already using that name. The Retro Achievements submitted my leaderboard score before that buzzer beater landed. That's bullshit. I was robbed. Double dribble. Bubble. I think slam dunks should sound like someone getting punched. You know? The punch out punching sound effects and the double dribble dunk sound effects. Not that different in the grand scheme. Double dribble. I had a friend who would put this cartridge in. He would just reset it over and over again just to hear it say Double Dribble over and over again, and he would laugh. And he's right to do so. This is one of the most playable sports games I think we've looked at thus far. Honestly, the action is very straightforward. I think that's what I like about basketball games of the era. Is a lot of them were extremely straightforward, and it's kind of what NBA Jam was getting back to in a weird way. Sort of. I mean, yeah, stuff like Arch Rivals, and there's an NES port of Arch Rivals, which I don't know. We'll see how that is. I don't know. That's a great arcade game. Double Dribble feels good. Like I said, it could use. There's a few little things that it could use. I think that would make it a slightly better game. But in terms of just like straightforward, very offense focused, fucking arcade sports games, I think that it's a winner for sure. Oh man, but where does it go on the list? I think it's a better game than Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. It's better than Rescue the Embassy Mission. It's better than Slalom. It's better than Spot the video game, even though I heard that game was better than, the best puzzle game since Tetris. Is it better than Low G Man, the Low Gravity Man? I suppose it is. It's better than Muscle Tag Team Match. But we're kind of getting into this. This is kind of the... It's better than Kabuki Quantum Fighter, but is it better than Willow? I don't think that, if we look at the science, I don't think we'll find that the science supports anything higher than that. And so we have it here. It's our new number 36. Congratulations to Konami. Chris suggests the next game. This is one of those games that I think I just didn't have a history with, but it's one that certainly comes up here and there. It's called Codename Viper. 89. The number. Oh, this just looks like Rolling Thunder. This just looks like Rolling. This is not the game I thought it was. I was thinking of Project Vice? What am I thinking of? Look at this guy smoking. He's all, don't mind these backwoods I've got here. We have located 7 hideouts of the huge drug syndicate in South America. Go get the drugs here. I need them for a thing I'm doing called drugs. Your mission is to destroy them. We must find one of our commandos who was hurt and captured. Super Joe. Get the grenades from him. Yes, Commander Jones. Whatever you're... Jones and Smith. What a weird... Dude, I am super unfamiliar with this. Guys just fucking disintegrate when I shoot them. I can do a little elevator action business, hide in the... Do I have any kind of recourse? Like, I know I have a limited number of bullets, but the gun doesn't always seem like the best up-close option. Are there any power-ups to be found in any of these little hidden doors? Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, that guy's dead, man. Bomb obtained. No, no, no. I love the way they just disintegrate as they fall to the ground. It's like I bought a fucking fancy Call of Duty blueprint with like a ridiculous visual effect on it. Oh man, those guys take 2 shots and I had to walk right into them. Ah, missed again. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to crouch under that. Screwed that up. This game is a little unforgiving, I'll say, on the, you know, I guess it's cool that you can get hit twice and you don't just die in one shot, but oh, but that's a killer when you have something like that. Help a girl. Ah, see, we got the bomb. Now we must get the drugs. Is this us smoking the drugs, or what? This is what I've obtained, it's drugs. Our purpose is as much and it pay. Skull. I like this idea of, I'm sure this fills in more as we finish the levels. I like the hands folded on the table, like watching the report, like, yes, okay, yes, he made it, and he smoked everybody. Great. That's real. It's a really great subtle touch of just like guy sitting at desk going, yes, he rescued two people. Great, 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 great. Little intel, little picture here. This reminds me of a Russian attack. The look of this area. Help a boy! Great. But hey, you know, as far as like, you know, ripping off Rolling Thunder goes, this is pretty good. How long do you think that guy had to hide in that box? Just to get smoked. Oh, Jesus. Spiked balls falling out of the sky. Help a boy. It's a really great thank you. Oh no. It'd be really great if that was something that, where like if you got there with a certain amount of time left on the clock, that guy was still alive. Oh, fuck me. Oh man, he did that do 2 points of damage? I guess it's a gun, but wait, my gun doesn't do 2 points of damage. These fuckers take 2 hits. It seems unfair. Oh, which ones of these doors had stuff behind them and which didn't? I can't remember. There's just a guy there now. Dang it. Limited continues too. Brutal. Jump over the spike. Nope, we didn't. We did not jump over the spiked ball. Oh boy. Oh, shit. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me jump past that. I guess the... Yeah. I guess it's taking 2 shots on some of those guys because I'm shooting them in the legs and not in the face. It's kind of what it seems like. Ah, see, that fucker was there that time. And he shot me in the head. This is cool, man. Rolling Thunder is a neat game. This, in some ways, I think I might like this more than I like original Rolling Thunder. Yeah, this is cool. Like, great music. I like a little jazzy. It's got kind of a, a little bit of a Golgo 13 vibe. Because of the music and stuff, a little Russian attack, a lot of Rolling Thunder, maybe even a touch of Strider in there for some reason. For some reason, it makes me think of the NES version of Strider. Or like, the first Shinobi, because of the high jump up and down platformy type stuff, rescuing people. Like, in some ways it is Shinobi with guns. Rolling Thunder is kind of not dissimilar to that too. It's got one of the better musical thank yous in video games. What's that list? What else is on that list? I know that's not the only game to do that, but Codename Viper. Codename Viper, man. That's cool. I'm not sure that I have ever played Codename Viper. But yeah, pretty neat. Pretty neat. It's better than Section Z. It's better than Batman the video game. It's better than Low G Man the Low Gravity Man. It's better than Xanac. Trojan, another Capcom classic, was a game I was thinking of quite a bit when we were playing that, and thinking, yeah, this is better than Trojan. Trojan is cool. A little clunky in a few ways, but still cool. Ooh, but I don't... Guerrilla War... yeah, this is tough territory. This is tough territory. Congratulations to Codename Viper. It's our new number 26. Nice. Let's see if we can fit one more in here. This one comes to us from Ian. And I don't know that I've played this version of the game before, but it's Paperboy. Well, I guess I have played it because I have achievements in it. Paperboy. Oh, what a bastardization of a great theme. Paperboy is a really great arcade game that I think is hard to do at home because the arcade game had the cool bike controller. And though that made it a more difficult game. This man is having problems on the street, or he's breakdancing. Whoops, we broke the windows of a subscriber. That's gonna be a problem later. So the idea here is that you have subscribers, you want to deliver the papers onto their porch or into their mailbox. And then anyone who's not a subscriber, you want to throw newspapers through their fucking windows. I don't think that counted as hitting the door. Because you want to break their shit. Just fuck them. How dare they not get a newspaper? Whoa! And then you have to deal with these obstacles, you know? Halfway through the level, you gotta cross the street. You don't have enough papers, so you have to pick up papers like this on your way. Fuck. I appreciate that they put a fair number of digital samples into this. The glass breaking, the dog barking, that sort of stuff. I'm finding it really difficult to hit the... There we go. To hit the mailbox. And then at the end, you do a stunt course. There's something about lining up the newspaper shots in this version of the game that I'm having a lot of trouble with. And then we'll lose a bunch of subscribers because we failed to deliver their paper. Oh yeah, we did bad. We did real bad. Just a fucking tornado coming up. Oh, what am I supposed to do there? Like, you know, you can't... You can only throw papers to the left, because this is Paperboy 1. Just the Grim Reaper hanging out. Oh, I think... Was that? No. Give them a free paper, just for kicks. So, like, in theory, I think we could have hit that tire. Oh, we're out of papers. And that's the subscriber, so... Whoops. And most of the obstacles, you can stop them by hitting them with the paper, like, you know, the kids and the RC cars and that sort of stuff. You can... What is that even supposed to be? It's like a squiggly line. But yeah, classic arcade game. Amazing music. The music in Paperboy is some of the best arcade music of its era. We're gonna lose that. Yeah, I'll lose that guy. Paperboy 2 was a console only, or rather home only game. It added the... Oh, we missed the first one because this stupid ass tornado. All right, well, we got to deliver to that last house. I think if you run out of subscribers, they just give you one, or I don't think the game just ends, which would make sense also, but... Yeah, Paperboy 64 it might actually is a rotten video game. You're right. Paperboy 64 is a miserable thing for sure. That's Paperboy. It's pretty straightforward. You know, it's an arcade game, and the arcade game had analog control and it had handlebars, and so you could go forward and back by pushing up and down on the handlebars, and then, you know, you would turn in a more analog fashion. And that was pretty cool. It was also hard as shit. It's a hard fucking game. And then there were various ports. There's like a pretty decent Commodore 64 version. You know, there's okay ports of Paperboy, but it's just a hard thing to capture. You know, that and 720 were big games of a similar era, right? That just had crazy controls that were like neat to use. It was fun to grip the handlebars in the arcade, you know? And you know, without that, you're kind of just missing something. But at the same time, that the handlebars made it actually more difficult to play than it probably would have been otherwise. It's not a great port. They don't capture the music. They don't capture the music as well as they should have. The original music in the arcade just has a swing to it that is some of the hardest music in gaming, if you ask me. It is that and Moon Patrol are the two hardest bass lines in arcade gaming of all time. But yeah, that's not a great port. And also, when we think about it as a cartridge for a home-based system, it is the same street over and over again. It gets a little more difficult. If you're really good, you get more subscribers. Every time you do a perfect delivery to all the houses, it gives you one more subscriber, and that's cool. But it's just a straightforward thing. Especially once you get past the music, and this doesn't even have a great version of the music, and so, you know, I'm tempted to start somewhere around our port zone here that we've ended up with. But yeah, let's think about it. It's worse than Burger Time. It's worse than Ice Hockey. It's worse than Lunar Pool. It's worse than that weird port of Lode Runner. It's worse than Ikari Warriors. It's definitely worse than Russian Attack. It's worse than 10-Yard Fight. I would rather play Spelunker, for sure. Yeah. It's worse than Battletoads, even. As if that were possible, but here we are. It's worse than this this Port of Marble Madness, but it's definitely in that zone here. Yeah, you know what? It's worse than Puzznick. But I would still take Paperboy over Trog. So it's our new number 141. Congratulations. And that's going to do it for us here. Thanks, everybody, for coming through. Cool to get Blaster Master on the list. Cool to see Codename Viper for maybe the first time. I don't know if I've ever played that before. And that stood out. That's a very cool game. And then we got, some not so good games. For sure. Thanks to everyone on the advisory panel for suggesting games. I will post a new post because the post on Patreon where you suggest games has gotten pretty low again, so I'll throw a new one up. But there's a ton of there's a ton of suggestions as well. So we did not get to the Adventures of Dino Ricky from Mark and Flight of the Intruder from Kevin. So we will endeavor to take a look at those next week. If you want to suggest a game, join the Patreon. If you like what's going on here on this particular street corner of the internet, join the Patreon. Get on the Discord. Hang out. Get active, baby. Patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. Podcast is on Tuesday. That's the Jeff Gerstmann Show. If you're not familiar, look it up on a podcast service, or it's on YouTube also, where this video will live. There are now over 300 videos on that channel with over 4 million views, according to whatever metric thing. Which is, I don't know, that's cool. I don't know. We're growing this thing. Keep it growing. Sign up for the Patreon. Patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann. You get ad-free podcasts and bonus shows. The Jeff Gerstmann Hall of Fame. All of that cool stuff. Next episode of Game Boys to Men coming at you in the relatively near future here. And we're going to keep building this list. 184 games on it. You can go to 8bitnintendo.science if you want to see the list for yourself. And as always, I'm Jeff, and I'll see you later. Bye.